heartbeat dropped when you walked away. Yelled inside of my head for you to stay. You've been on my mind for so long. I've been thinking what we did wrong. You were on me, I was on you. We were always one and two. Never thought we could be this far away forever. You were on me, I was on you. We were always one and two. Never thought we could be this far away forever.
You too, what's up? That song was actually by my god brother, Sean Joe, the computer pro, the musician, the guitarist, the singer, you name it. He's multi-talented, but that was my cousin's song. He just dropped it. If you guys do like what you guys were hearing, if you guys do like the Ed Sheeran type vibe songs, make sure to check it out. Okay, he's super talented and he dropped a banger, right? But anyway, today's YouTube video is going to be highly requested video. I uploaded a video on my Instagram of me cropping and cutting my hair. As you guys can see, my hair is, I don't know if you can see because it's dark in here, but my hair is getting long, and I'm going to be walking you guys through on how to crop your hair. Okay, texture top, short crop, fringe, whatever you want to call it. This is a popular style and is very high on demand. So I'm going to walk you guys through on how I cut it on myself. And this is something you can show your barber, or you can do on yourself if you're, willing to do it. But I'll break it down as simple as possible, and we'll go from there, right? So let's get into it. Alright, YouTube, so as you guys can tell, this is how my hair looks before. As it gets longer, you can tell it kind of looks a little bit more thinner in the front and shows, my corners are receding. So first off, what you're gonna need is, make sure you have water, a sprayer. You're gonna need some good products to use, some scissors to cut the hair, obviously, and some hair grippers or clips, to pin your hair back. So first, we're gonna start off with saturating our hair with water. Make sure to get it pretty wet, so everything could lay down. Comb into the direction we're going to be styling it. So we're doing it forward, separating the mullet back, and then we're going to take our first section from our frontal, about an inch, and we're going to push all that hair back, and we're going to push the front hair forward, and then we're going to use some hair grippers to keep that in place. Now we're going to start by going from where the most receding area is and following that to the front. I was trying to do a little reverse grip on the scissors and wasn't working out, so I had to change it up. But we're just going to take away all that bulk, following it all the way to the next side, and then comb it back through, and then keep doing that until you got it cut, how you would like it. As you can tell, the hair is really long, so that's why it's sticking up like that. Later on, when we cut the length from the top, it's going to sit a lot nicer. After that, we're going to go and take another section, this is about halfway through the head, and we're going to comb that all forward and then follow through on where we left our previous skyline. Okay, you're going to see what hair is long and what hair is short. You're going to follow that same step. As you can see, the difference of the short hair that we cut and the longer hair. After that, we're going to go ahead and comb everything back forward again. See what hairs are connecting. As you can tell, everything's pretty good. So now we're going to start cutting the length up from the sides. So we took the comb and put on top of our head where the head was bending, created that section, and now we're going to take away all that extra bulk from the sides. Okay, keeping our hands, flush to the head. Taking another section, cleaning that all off. So pretty much we're going to where the parietal ridge is starting to bend, so we're going below that. So if you put your hand on your parietal ridge and go right below where the head bends, you're cutting all that length off. All right, we're just keep moving that to the back. Same thing, see where the head bends, take that section, comb to the side. So first, we cleaned up the front, got the fringe to look good. Now we're connecting the sides, and after that we're going to cut the length on the top to the desired length, and then we'll be all done. Obviously this would be a lot easier if your barber's doing it for you, but I'm just showing you the steps that it takes to do a crop top or a short front fringe or anything like that. So now we're going to take all that length from the front. As you can tell, it was super bulky, so we're taking a good amount from the front and going longer as we get to the back, so it gives you that kind of like messy look, but stopping right on the front of your hairline. And trust me, using scissors on yourself is a lot more difficult than you think. So that's why I recommend showing this to your barber and letting them know, like, this is kind of the process if they don't know, because sometimes I've noticed from other clients that came to me, they said that their barbers would just chop their hair off super short and wouldn't look right. You want to make sure you have some length on top, just so you have that textured look. And we're just taking sections back, just trimming the top, nothing too crazy. We're connecting it what we did from the front and the side, and just taking away that length. So as you can tell, when I pull it back, you can see what was short, what was long, and we're just connecting it. Now that we got that all done, we're just doing some detail work, make sure everything blends pretty well from the sides to the top, cutting that extra bulkiness from the front. As you can tell, see, I put my fingers closer just so I could take away that bulkiness, so it's not too heavy on the front hairline. And if scissors aren't working for you, you could always go ahead and go with your trimmer. So first, we're starting off with sea salt spray. This is super underrated, all right? If you don't know what sea salt spray is, it's pretty much like the volume powder, but it's a pre-styler. So you put this into your hair when your hair is, slightly damped, and you're gonna put about 4 to 5 sprays in there, and then you're gonna start to blow dry your hair, and you're gonna start to feel your hair becoming more full. It's gonna have a lot more volume to it and texture to it. Okay, this adds more body to your hair. So if you have fine texture hair like mine, it's gonna make your hair appear a lot more thicker, and it's gonna feel like more full and gritty. So like, when you go to the beach and when you're swimming in the water and stuff, and when you go home, you have all the sea salt in your hair, and your hair feels kind of like thick. That's what the sea salt spray does. So I highly recommend it if you have fine hair. Even if you have super thick hair, it works as well by adding more volume to your hair. So now we're just gonna blow dry the hair, get it all nice and clean. Have the front blow dried forward. Now we're gonna go and take some volumizing powder, and we're gonna start sprinkling this into our hair to add texture and more volume and more thickness to our hair. And when you're using the volume powder, make sure to tap the top of the bottle. That way you'll get a more even distribution of the powder. And then at this point, it's all up to you. You could, make it messy, you can make it more clean. So I like to comb the front forward so it looks more like a hairline. And then I'll go ahead and mess up the back area to have more of a texture and messy look to it. You gotta get the mullet shaking. But that's pretty much YouTube. That's how you do a short front fringe, a crop top, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a dope cut, especially if you're receding or kind of thinner in the corners. This may, enhance your hairline. Now we're just gonna, finish off with some matte clay just to keep everything locked in. Has a super high hold on it, and the shine is pretty low. It kind of adds a little shine in there, but nothing crazy. And I'm just trying to get my mullet banging, so I'm kind of scrunching the back hair so it kind of comes out. But that's pretty much it for the YouTube video. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and stay tuned for the next one. All right, I'm out.